bum ba bum 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 bum. Actually, that was more. That's the Oblivion theme. I don't know why I started doing that one. I mean, they're all really the same theme, just different motifs upon it, but whatever. It's a boring explanation. There's a few videos on YouTube where they layer all three of them together, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, and it sounds amazing. Oblivion peaks earliest, Morrowind's more in the middle, and then Skyrim's right at the end. It's wonderful. All right. Let's do this. Sorry, the stream's a bit late tonight. Had to deal with getting a flight home for Christmas and stuff like that. I may have made a $200 mistake and had to rebook the flight because I chose the wrong dates the first time around. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to work some overtime this week to make up that money. So yeah, there's that. Alright, so we're going to go in to the place behind us, talk with the dissident priests, and learn about the lost prophecies, hence the... No, stream title is that way. The stream title. And then I think on our way out we might go check out that Dwarven Ruin there, which I believe is filled with necromancers. So... should be interesting. We do it the rest. Wait until dusk. When is dusk? Let's guess 7? Alright, 7 o'clock works. I hope we can get out. I don't have to use a scroll. Otherwise, if I do have to use a scroll, then I guess we're probably not going to go to the Dwarven Ruin right away. The Shrine of Saint Voris, the Shrine of Saint Realms, Saint Seren, Saint Veloth. Oh. Veloth only has just... okay, Veloth's not more prominent than the other ones. Saint Aralor, Delin, Felms, Lothus.
What was that?
Shrine of Vivek's Fury. See, okay, this one...
What was that?
It's just me, don't worry about it. I feel like this one would be more, like, prominent than the other ones. Also, it's a nice sword. The Shrine of Saint Maris, Saint Nerevar, and Saint Ohms. Saint Ohms looks awfully Ordinator-esque. Oh yeah, Saint Ohms and
There is
Saint
someone watching
Delin.
me. I can tell.
Yeah, I'm right here. Hello. With an outfit like that, you must be doing well for yourself. Can I help you? I wish to speak to the dissident priests. We are fiercely loyal to the temple's ancient traditions. We are troubled that the ultimate source of the tribunal's divinity might not be the same. Might be the same source as Dagothar's evil power. Dagothar's power seems to wax as the tribunal power wanes. Read the Progress of Truth and other documents of the Apocrypha? Yeah, that'd be Apocrypha. Our library. It's not Apocrypha. Apocrypha? I don't know. Because Hermaeus Mora has the Apocrypha. The Clues collection. I mean, that is. I mean, I am just terrible with spelling. Where's Meha? Has run terrible risks remaining in the Hall of Wisdom and Truth, and we are grateful that you've rescued her from the Ministry of Truth. Alright. Where is she? Also, do you know any latest rumors? So many dark tales come to mind in the month of Hearthfire. Vampires and lost children. Data worshippers and blasphemes. At least I heard of no unfortunate tales during this past Talos. Oh. Lady, little secret? Daedra, yeah, I know what Daedra are. Little advice. Vala Calantros at the Guild of Mages in Alderun runs a little class for new arrivals in Vardenfell, and by the way, she is also happy to talk about her vocation as priest. Okay. Interesting. There's Meha. Thank you, Safia, for rescuing me. Now I'll stay here at Holamayan with Master Borello and assist him in the monastery's library. Yes, I'm assuming that's the guy next to you. This is the abbot of our monastery and head of our secret order. We've adopted the name of dissident priests. We are not ashamed of our disputes with the temple's hierarchy. We are firstly loyal, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing the other guy said. Do you have anything else? Actually, I want to ask you about the Lost Prophecies. You don't have anything about them. Do you? How can I help you? The Lost Prophecies. There we go. That is the dialogue I was looking for. I've reviewed the Apocrypha. I found 2 passages of particular interest. We've made copies of these passages to give you. Many are familiar with the 2 Nerevarine prophecies, current among the Ashlanders, called The Stranger and The 7 Vision. I think that should be 7 Visions. We have 2 other prophecies, the Lost Prophecy and the 7 Curses, that may offer additional insights into the riddles surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. Perhaps these are the Lost Prophecies that your friend Nabani Messiah told you about. That's very likely. I also probably should let people know on Discord that I've started. So we'll finish reading this and then I'll quick do that. We have also prepared a document called Kragnak's Tools. Kragnak's Tools. Yeah, there's an extra RE in there. Kragnak's Tools. This document will explain to you and others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the true history of the tribunal and the corrupt nature of their divine powers. It is to conceal this secret that the temple persecutes the Nerevarine and the dissident priests. This persecution must stop. We must be united against the true enemy, Dagoth. If you are the Nerevarine, you must lead us as one against him. Alright, journal was updated, Lost Prophecies added, 7 Curses added, and Kragnak's Tools. I'm going to ask you about some stuff in a second, but in the meantime, I got a quick... Okay, thanks, Traven. Thanks for letting everyone know. I don't know if you're watching this, I think you are. I can't tell. But thanks for putting that live. In which case, I'll restart the Twitch page while I'm here. And then I have to do that in order for it to actually update when we tab back. Chat is working now. I see that message, Straven. Was chat not working a second ago, I guess? Maybe chat wasn't working. Maybe chat was broken. Because I just refreshed the Twitch page, and now I see your message. At Thor's Hand, I am. Is chat not working? It is working now. Good to know that it wasn't before. So if you said some things before, you may want to repeat them if you want me to comment on them. But yes, I was going to ask you about, what is that? The Apocrypha. The Hieroglypha are a collection of priestly writings on the temple. The Apocrypha are the hidden writings, secrets known only at the highest levels of priesthood and inquisition. To find the temple, we have gathered as much of the Apocrypha as we can here in Holeamon. One of the chief disputes between the temple and the dissonant priests is that the temple hides the truth from its followers. This is regular. This is regular Morrowind. Oh, did you repeat someone else's question and then answer it? Or no? You were correcting your spelling on regular. This is regular, this is heavily modded, but still not open Morrowind. I wanted to ask you, what do you have about Dagoth-Ur? So as long as the Ordinators, Buoyant Agamers, and Tribunal could contain the Blight and Dagoth-Ur's creatures within the Ghost Fence, faith in Temple's protective power was strong. But now the Travelers and settlements suffer blight storms and marauding monsters, and the people fear the Temple is losing its age-old battle with the devil, Dagoth-Ur. Buoyant Agamers. They're an interesting bunch. They're kind of like Ordinators. Except they're more... okay. Talking D&D term. I saw a dip and we lost some frames there. Okay. So talking D&D terms... I'm seeing it now. I'm just watching the... That was a bad few seconds. So D&D terms, Ordinators would be lawful good, and Buoyant Agamers would be chaotic good, I think. I think they're a bit more chaotic-y. They're not as strict. Blah, 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 yep. What can you tell me about Nerevar? Alright. By the way, here are a few books from our library that you might find of interest. Each gives a very different impression of Nerevar. Alright, so we have The Real Nerevar has been added to your inventory, Nerevar Moon and Star, and Saint Nerevar. Good thing I have inventory space available, because otherwise I'd not be able to carry all this stuff. What can you know about the Nerevarine? Our interest in the Nerevarine used to be a matter of principle, a willingness to consider of the validity of the mystical insights rejected by the Temple's doctrine. Now, Dagoth-Ur grows stronger while the temple grows weaker. And this return of Saint Nerevar, even if only reborn in spirit, may be our best prospect for salvation. Return to Vivek. Blah 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 on the docks outside, yeah. I don't need to return directly to Vivek. I can go wherever. The sixth house. This is a new threat, and not yet widely recognized as another face of the devil Dagoth-Ur, but it is clearly a sign of a coming crisis, and the temple may no longer be able to protect Morrowind. In such troubled times, the Dunmer may turn to the ancient pillars of faith, the ancestors and the Daedra, and especially the prophetic visions granted by Lord Azura. They may look to the Nerevarine, Saint Nerevar Reborn, to lead them against the grim armies of Dagoth-Ur. What can I know about these two okay, so he'll actually read them. Read them here. And frame drop. Give it a second. Alright. So this is the Lost Prophecy. From 7 signs of 11th generation, neither hound nor guar, nor seed nor harrow, but dragon-born and far star-marked, outlander, incarnate beneath Red Mountain, blessed guest counters 7 curses, star-blessed hands wields thrice cursed blade, to recap the harvest of the unmourned house. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, the party's over. Wait, we went up to... Okay, did somebody follow today? Because if you have, thank you. I didn't get a Twitch alert for it. So I don't know what's going on with Twitch alerts, but if someone recently followed, thank you. and have a good day. But yeah, Jacob, welcome to chat. Welcome to Chat Lemon. Nice to have you here. I've annotated your copy of the Lost Prophecies with our best efforts of interpretation, but it is a rough summary. But a rough summary might be: an outlander, foreign-born, but welcomed as a guest, confronts 7 curses beneath red mountains. His hand, blessed by Azura, carries a cursed blade to bring justice to House Dagoth, or House Dwemer, or both. The Nerevarine, an outlander? That wouldn't please many Ashlanders, but it may explain how the prophecy got lost. See, what I'm curious about is this little line right here. Dragonborn. Is the Nerevarine a Dragonborn? Because that makes it really convenient for when I get this character into Skyrim. You're like, oh, yeah, duh, we're Dragonborn. Makes sense. Alright, and then the last thing, the 7 curses. The 7 curses reads as follows. Through the doors of the unmourned house, where scoffers scoff and schemers scheme, from the halls of the oath-breaking house, rings 7 curses of gods blasphemed. First curse, curse of fire. Second curse, curse of ash. Third curse, curse of flesh. Fourth curse, curse of ghosts. Fifth curse, curse of seed. Sixth curse, curse of despair. Seventh curse, curse of dreams. Your copy of the 7th curses bears our guesses at interpreting the verses. In short, 7 curses come from House Dagoth or House Dwemer, or both. Fire and ash come from Red Mountain. Flesh is corpus. Ghost, seeds, and despair are unclear. But curse of dreams seems to be referred to the recent cases of soul sickness and sleeper attacks in towns. Alright, so I believe that is all the information we're going to get from you. And I believe that our next step is to get the information that we learned about these lost prophecies up to the Ushalaku camp. Exactly. Curse of Dreams is also... the soul sickness is what they claim are those disturbing dreams. Yeah, soul sickness is what those dreams are referred to in a general sense. And apparently it's been happening to a lot of people. I'm not unique in that regard when it comes to those dreams, or at least disturbing dreams. But we need to get our information from here up to there. But before we do that, there's a bunch of necromancers down in this dwarven ruin that we're going to deal with for, I believe, the Fighters Guild or Imperial Cult, one of the two. And then from there, I think we'll make our way back towards Vivek, and we'll see what goes on from there. But for now, I'm trying to think, I'm going to have a muffin. I do want to read a little bit more. Sorry if this is kind of boring, guys. It's a lot of reading in Morrowind. Oblivion and Skyrim won't be as much reading. But that's also, I think, what makes Morrowind special, is because it's a lot of reading and a lot of stuff. They can just get down into the nitty-gritty details of things, and it's a lot more in-depth of a story in that regard. So, summarize from the Apocrypha, blah blah blah. Maybe you do, Jacob, maybe you do. Beneath Red Mountain, Dwemer miners discovered a great magical stone. By diverse methods, Lord Cragnac, High Priest and Magecrafter of the ancient Dwemer, determined that this magical stone was the heart of the god Lorcan, cast here in the Dawn era as punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. Determined to use its divine power to create a new god for the exclusive benefit of the Dwemer, Cragnac forged 3 great enchanted artifacts, which are called Cragnac's Tools. Wraithguard is an enchanted gauntlet to protect its wearer from destruction when tapping at the heart's power. Sunder is an enchanted hammer to strike the heart and produce the exact volume and quantity of power desired. Keening is an enchanted blade that is used to flay and focus the power that rises from the heart. When Cragneck used these tools on the Heart in the Battle of Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Nerevar and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools and didn't know what to do with them. Nerevar asked Dagoth to guard the tools while he went to consult with his counselors, Vivek, Amalexia, and Sotha Sil. He left and spoke with his 3 counselors, and they decided to return together to Red Mountain to decide what to do. But while Nerevar was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the powers of the tools. When Nerevar and the counselors arrived, he refused to give up the tools, claiming he had sworn to Nerevar to protect them. Then Dagoth fought with Nerevar and the counselors, and was mortally wounded and driven off. The tools were recovered. And then Nerevar and his counselors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They all swore a great oath never to use the tools. But after Nerevar's death, Vivek, Amalexi, and Sotha Sil yielded to temptation. They took these tools themselves, went to Lorcan's Heart, and buried beneath Red Mountain, and gave themselves divine powers. But Dagoth had not died. We don't know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experiments with Cragneck's tools had joined him to the Heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the Heart. We conjecture that Dagoth, driven by anger and greed, used the Heart without caution and restraint, and as a result has become terribly powerful and terribly mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint in their use of the tools, and so they were not driven mad, and they did many good things. Nonetheless, the tribunal too appears to have been corrupted by the Heart's power, though more subtly. Cragneck's tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly, and fated to disaster. The tribunal is losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth mad. They grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth, but even if they could, would we be wise to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us out of shame. They persecute the Nerevarine and the dissident priests out of shame, and when they should be welcoming them to enlisting their aid against Dagoth. The tribunal have done much good for Morrowind and the Dunmer, but they succumbed to the temptation of Cragneck's tools, and through these tools they may have... and though these tools may have once seemed instruments of salvation, they now must be seen as instruments of doom. Alright. So I'm trying to remember my Elder Scrolls timeline here. I believe when the tribunal decided to use those tools, I believe is the point where Azura cursed them, and they became the Dark Elves. Before that, they were Chimer. And that's why Vivek is like half face. He's half gold, half gray, because he has the Chimer side out. And Ghost to Kiss, welcome to chat. Welcome to the stream today. Welcome to Reading of Scrolls and Lore. I believe that's where the timeline is. I believe that's where they became Dark Elves. Oh yeah, that's just the thing that we got from the priest. Nerevar, Moon, and Star. Well, that's actually really short. Alright, I'm just going to read this, because why not? It's short. In ancient days, the deep elves and great host of outlanders from the west came to steal the land of the Dunmer. Okay, in which case, no, at that point they were Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the great Khan and war leader of the house people, but he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law and became as one of us. So when Nerevar pledged upon his great ring of the ancestors, under one clan, Moon and Star, to honor the ways of the spirits and the rights of the land, all the tribes joined the house people to fight a great battle at Red Mountain. Though many Dunmer tribesmen and housemen died at Red Mountain, the Dwemer were defeated, their evil magics destroyed, and the outlanders driven from the land. But after a great victory, the power-hungry Khans of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret and setting themselves up as gods, neglected Nerevar's promise to the tribes. But it is said that Nerevar will come again with his ring and cast down the false gods. And by the power of his ring will make good his promise to the tribes and honor the spirits and drive the outsiders from the land. Wow. Struggled a bit at the end there. So that is the Nerevar as told by the Ashlanders. What is this from? Oh. That's the note I need to deliver to the Orcan Caldera. Saint Nerevar is from the Temple pamphlet. So this is Temple's perspective. Ages ago, Nerevar was the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor and companion of Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothasil, who, with the power of the great ring of the ancestors under one clan, Moon and Star, united the Dunmer houses to confront the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies at Red Mountain. They had western allies, House Dagoth, interesting. By Providence, the faithless Dwemer were utterly destroyed, and their allies defeated. But Nerevar, mortally wounded in combat with the traitor Dagother, was driven from Red Mountain. Nerevar died not long after of his wounds, but he lived to see the birth of the temple, and to bless the unity of the Dunmer into safekeeping Om Sivi, the temple, and its communion of saints. A little bit different timeline there, but these are all disagreeing accounts, so okay. So if the other one was right, and they were already Dunmer, that means that I believe it was Saint Veloth led them from another, I think they were west of here, and they came east to the land of Morrowind after they pissed off the Daedra and were cursed to become Dunmer. They were cast out and led by Saint Veloth to Morrowind, which is why they are also referred to as the Velothi people, after Saint Veloth. The Lost Prophecy, the real Nerevar. Here we go, this is another short one. This Telvanni Retainer's informal history of Nerevar lists no sources. That sounds like the Telvanni. Just wing it.